This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, a very big spicy red deck. But before I show it to you, Extra Life, charity, just went over $7,000 raised for a good cause. Thank you very much, everybody. There's a link to donate in the description if you're interested. And the most recent milestone, well, that was to get me to do this on stream. I will be. So, the product has been ordered. This is a Photoshop, by the way, in case you can't tell. The dino suit has been ordered, and in an upcoming stream, because you guys raised $7,000 for charity, I will be dressed like this. You're welcome, I guess. Today's deck, big RAKDOS. Almost mono red. Really close. Wow. I can't believe I'm doing this. 2 extinction events. That's what the black splash is for. To get the black mana, there are 2 Temple of Malice, 4 Swamps, 4 Fabled Passage, and 4 Solemn Simulacrum. And you need a heavy red component because we are an Ironcrag Feet deck and an Ox of Agonis deck and all that stuff. And oh yeah, 4 copies of Ugin. So this is the big Hayat Yorion, is Ironcrag Feet into Ugin the Spirit Dragon. The big Hayat Dimir Rogues is Ox of Agonis. What more could you need? And a whole bunch of cheap removal. And there's also 30-ish land equivalent with 4 Shatter Skull Smashing, 4 Spikefield Hazard, and 2 Valakut Awakening to put some bad cards on the bottom and draw some freshies. And a ton of cheap removal in Bonecrusher Giant, Scorching Dragonfire, and possibly Shredded Sails. To go with it, those extinction events that are the only splash, and Mazemind Tome to draw a bunch of cards. The brain on a book. God, this deck. What a wild ride. Oh man, I don't have it up. Ishimura, that's the name on it, from the MPL Weekly. Ran this in a field of all the best decks, lots of rogues, lots of Yorion. Came out with an even record, 6-6. The Mad Lad deserves a round of applause, trying to make Big Red a thing in 2020. But is it good enough for best of 1 ladder? Can you play it in the most cutthroat of all the formats? Well, the one in best of 1 is here to try to help. The biggest change I made was that it had 4 Crawling Barons, and I haven't opened 4 Crawling Barons yet, and I still have a lot of packs to go in the new set, Zendikar Rising, so I'm sure I will open them by opening packs rather than spending wild cards. So I'm trying to be cheap. Shut up. I can be cheap if I wanna. And so I added 2 Bonders Enclaves instead of the Barons, but there should be 4 Crawling Barons in here. The Enclaves are pretty cool, though. You can draw a card after you play your Ox or your Bonecrusher Giant, which comes up quite a bit. And then the sideboard. If you decide to go best of 3, it becomes a discard deck against a number of control and slower decks with 4 Remorse, 3 Duress, and a Kroxa. Plus you get another Ox against the Rogues and the Kroxa against the Rogues. A little bit more removal, another extinction event, and Soul Guide Lantern. No big deal, though. I think that the deck without too many changes is borderline best of 1 ready. The deck you don't want to play the most is Mono Green, and to some extent Adventures, because if you don't draw Extinction Event or ramp out an Ugin, the creatures are too big for your Scorching Dragonfires and Bonecrusher Giants to remove. For example, if the opponent is on the play and plays a Yorvo, like, if you don't have this or Ironcrag Feet into this, it's going to be a bad day. So that's what we're trying to dodge the most, and I think that we would love to just wipe out some Yorions as long as they don't counter our Ugins, and I think Rogues is going to get a steady stream of the Ox of Agonis. Let's dive in and let the nonsense begin. They have Lurrus. If they have a Soaring Thought Thief, this hand is bad, unless it draws a Dragonfire, and if they don't have Soaring Thought Thief and these hazards hit stuff, the hand is good. So I'm going to try to keep it, because I think we're up against Rogues. Yep, I smell a tiny exiled Thieves Guild Enforcer. Here it comes. Ping. Pew pew. Out of there. Feels good. Now just mill an ox and we're gonna be very happy. Rogue player getting their scry on to the bottom. Another mountain. Let's get our scry on to the bottom. Sticking there is a giveaway that we have another hazard. Let's see if the opponent walks into it in some fashion, or if they just thought thief us. Ooh, that's an answer to a thought thief. Okay. Is the opponent going to hit me with a discardy type effect? They certainly could. Let's get the barons onto the field. I have a feeling they're going to play something. Ta-da! All right. 4 damage to your flyer. Unfortunately, this sends it to the graveyard. Dragonfire exiles it. I'd prefer it got exiled so the opponent can't get it back somehow. But alas, you can't always have it all. Alright, so that is a counter spell of some kind. Or else the opponent would have bought their Luris. So if they're not doing anything this turn, I don't think we run the Solemn into a counter. I think we might go for the Awakening. Put some cards away and draw some freshies. And go for that on their turn. They might also have another Thought Thief. Ooh. That's a lot of damage. Alright, let's do this now. I'm trying to find Ox, so I'm just putting everything away. Still no Ox, but we did find a Dragonfire for a future Thought Thief. Or the Luris. And we have another Awakening if we want to wheel it all again. Uh-huh. Why am I not surprised? Well, I would love to go for a Dragonfire. I just think that the opponent's going to counter it. We can test them with the Tome instead. Yep, easy. Let's wait till their turn. If we Scorching Dragonfire them and they don't have another land and they counter it, they can't into the story this turn. And maybe we'll hit an Ox. Yep, there's the Drown. So come on, opponent. Find me an Ox. I should scry first, right? I'm trying to help you. I want you to find the Ox. Ching! I hope that's because of the scry. That's Galaxy Brain right there. Galaxy Brain moment achieved. Now, unfortunately, I have to discard some of these cards, and that's a little ugh, but, well, actually I can play some of them first. For example, I can crush your face. How are you at 12? I didn't even know I did that much damage to you. What happened? It was lit up before, wasn't it? Did I mess up? Awkward. Awkward. Maybe I did mess up. Can I hit another land? No, I already played my land. Alright, then I'll play this giant. And now the opponent might get to into the story me. Which would suck. I thought I had enough to Ox there. I thought it lit up. Maybe I'm stupid. You guys can tell me. You guys have the joy of VOD. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that all wrong. I could have Valakut Awakening to Noxed for sure. Alright, they've got 2 critters and they use 2 drowns. If they spend the turn casting into the story, we can Shatter Skull Smash them. That's not bad. I think I need an untapped land to do it. Let's see what they do. No Into the Story. Let's try a scry. Don't really want my hand extra full. This is an untapped land. We can go for it. If the opponent counters it and we're at 9 and then we're at 3, that's really bad. Just to put it mildly. But they've already played 2 drowns, so... Opponent master rank achieved. Always has it. Fortunately, we have 2 life from the tome, sorta. Or 4 life from the tome. Nope. Don't want an expensive card here that we're just going to discard to the Ox anyway. This is better. Coming down to the wire. Wow, but that's okay. We just do it again. It does take up some of our mana. We can't do it again? We're at 8, not 9? Okay. Fun. No! Not like this. So what if we save this till next turn? If we gain 4, we die. So we have to do this. What a silly game. No red left. All right. Draw that card. Down to 8. That's how they got so low on life. Buys Lurie. Nothing to get with Lurie. Haha. Soaring Thought Thief coming in hot. 1 card though. It's not going to hurt me too bad. Second Ox. I think this game has been full of brilliant plays and ugly misplays. I hope you enjoy the sick combo. We're holding on to Tome because we might sacrifice it later and draw the card rather than the scry. Cards are better than scries. Last red. Sweet. 8 life. That's so low. We can power up the Barons and force a block. I don't think that's actually that great. 3. Ah, man, if I got him to 3. And we have gain 4, and this is 1. I think we attack. Plus, if they take it, they can't draw with the castle anymore. So 1/2 is the removal, 1/2 is the tome, and then I have enough mana to also play Solemn. So this is fine. So we'll go with you and you. We'll hold up the Enclave because we might use it. And go for Solemn Simulacrum, Sad Robot. And pass with Shredded Sails open. The opponent might go for Into the Story on the end step. Nope. They still don't have it. Oh, they can't. I keep forgetting I emptied the graveyard. Forgive my words that make no sense. There's no need to point them out in comments every time. It doesn't bother me at all. Card for the turn. See, this mills 2 when it attacks. They're going for it. Alright, we have to think about Mystical Dispute, so we want to cast Sails first. Oh. Okay. 2 left. Alright, no more Mystical Dispute. Four damage to a critter with flying. Now hold on, let's think. If we kill this one, and the opponent's at 8, it still doesn't look like I'm going to beat them. Alright, we're going to draw with the tome no matter what, so let's do that. And then see if we find another removal spell to try to clear the way. It's not bad. I still think it's this one. Because I could clear this, I still wouldn't have lethal. Maybe the Barons makes lethal, actually? And this is a mistake? Let's see. Shoot this. Bone Crush this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if I had spent another second... No, this still blocks this. It's not lethal. I did not miss lethal. Shut up. Shut up, Internet. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a good draw. That's a big boy. Hi. Do you have the 4th drown in the lock? Wrecked! Are you kidding me? What a gamer. Maybe I should have tried this first. What a gamer. Ooh, attack first, right? If the opponent's not going to trade these off. Attack first. What if they take it all? Then I shoot their face. They have to block. Unfortunately, they have a good block here, right? So I don't actually want to give them that. So I attack with the Ox. Hopefully they block with the Thieves Guild Enforcer because they think they're getting it back anyway. And then we kill the Lurrus. This is still a close game. But I do have enough mana to double pump a Barons. That still leaves them alive. You gonna castle here? Okay. Down to 6. So what's the card they drew? Mystical Dispute? Okay. Combo. 12 cards left. Going to 9. Going even lower if I use the Ox. This opponent, man. This opponent. Die. Just freaking die. I'm not going to bring out the Ox. Draw 3. Too risky. If the opponent draws another crab and another Fabled Passage with the castle, I just lose. My goodness, this game has been nonsense, and I love everything about it because I actually think I'm going to win the nonsense slugfest. I don't think I play great, but anytime you beat somebody who draws 4 drown in the locks. No Into the Story? Yeah, they didn't draw Into the Story. That's the only saving grace I have. But 4 drown in the locks is a lot. 1 mana open. There's no way that saves you. Just die already. Yeah? Yeah, good game. Yeah. But, you know, for content, die! Sneak one out there for him. Kind of a 3-lander with a Tome and an Extinction Event that I can cast, and some Ramp and an Ugin. And what are we up against? Yorion. Keeps. More land is good. Ironcrag Feet would be really good. Quivering with anticipation over here. Tome. I'm going to be using Tome to draw cards. Although maybe I should Scry because an Apparition is going to take it out, but I'm going to say you have no Apparition. I'm not even sure what I need right now because everything's going well. I'm just going to use it for the draws. We don't have a Yorion to reset this. What an idea. I could be playing Yorion in this deck. Yep, you got it. Ha! Let's fetch red. We might draw Ironcrag Feet, which would be the hot sauce. We only need one black after all in the whole deck. Awkward Ox. I don't want to discard Ugin, so I don't think I'm casting it anytime soon. The heck are you? Our opponent unveiling their new ramp plan for the good of the land. I offer you a trade. Would you like to trade? This is a rare. Yours is not a rare. Uncommon. Seems like a good deal. Fine. All right. I'm going to Shredded Sails and destroy that thing. Destroy target artifact. I'd definitely have preferred to Bone Crush it, but it looks like I don't get that choice. Alright, so we Valakut Awakening and put back the Ox in the event, or should we play it as a land? There's a chance I miss my land drop here if I make that play. But it's up 3 cards. I think this is the better play. And with so many, like, our deck is half land. This should be fine. Okay. And another land. We're doing it. We're doing it, everybody. But our opponent might be waiting with a counterspell. We'll at least test their mettle. Would you like to counter this Tome? They would not like to counter this Tome. How about this Tome? I got brains on the book, or the book on the brain, or whatever you want to call it. Omen of the Sea. Our opponent probably going to try to set up a Doom Foretold. Do you think that this is to cast Dance of the Manse sooner? Or do you think they also play Ugin? Ugin in Banishing Light is a non-bow. I don't think they play Ugin. It must be a Dance of the Manse thing. Which isn't the worst. If Bonecrusher Giant isn't played as much, this card might be playable. I just don't know if that's ever going to happen. Yep. The toys are being acquired. Is it Yorion time? Could get very lopsided. Jeskai Triome. Banishing Light. Another Tome? How dare you? Will we hit an untapped land? Another Ox. I do want this Ox. Like, I put one away because it was too early, but with one on the bottom already, I am going to want this. I don't want to discard these, so I need to draw this, and then draw another land off the other Tome. Can I do it? Well, if not, I still have plays for the turn. Yep, golden egg. Things are getting spicy for the opponent's Yorion. Draw a card. Not a land. Wow. Punished for keeping that ox. Let's show him who's boss. Who would have thought I'd draw the third ox before the 8th land? Madness. That sucks. Opponent is doing the Yorion thing. There's the untapped land. Let's shuffle. Good night. They're not going to like this. They are not going to like this. Alright, 3 for all their toys. Oh, but Yorion was going to be so good. Yeah, I know, it's sad. Let's do the dance. We must dance at them. It is required. The evil dance of the giddy red mage. Yep, casket on a token. You know, when I Yorion, it's a Yorion. When the opponent Yorion's in that state, it's a, it's a Yorion. Yonion. Bolt you. Kill you. Let's draw some cards. Feeling it. Feeling it. Down to 10. Definitely punished for keeping that ox when I did. It's okay, though. We're doing things. Shark Typhoon? Possibly. Which we might want to shoot and shoot. So we'll attack first. Okay. I will has card. That looks fun. Very fun. I think I'll play the land, though. This one. Omen, sure. They didn't flash that in to block Solemn. Kind of weird. Maybe they really want to attack Ugin? Alright, Cycle Triumph. Let's do this before it can be countered by anything. What don't we need? You know what? Forget you, Ox. Forget you. I got punished for keeping you before you can go. Your services are no longer required. We've got Shredded Sails. We can attack the egg if the opponent plays a Yorion. Then they don't get to draw a card. Opponent staying aggro, staying after the Ugin. Yeah, if I target this now, they just gain 3 life. Let's hold. Let's hold. I have sent a robot to kill you. Eh? Maybe not. Maybe so. Sad robot army assemble. Still plenty of lands here. For those of you sad about the Ox, don't worry, they're shuffled back into the library now. The opponent loves the sad robot. Or no, they hate it. They're sad. They're sad when they see the sad robot. That makes sense. Let's go face. Did I miss lethal? Could I have just double Ugin? Well, into open mana and with a golden egg to sacrifice? No, it wasn't lethal. So stop making fun of me. I can feel you. I hear you. I can feel your presence in the comments making fun of me. By the way, consider leaving a comment to boost the algorithm, even if it's making fun of me. The race to 100,000 by tilting my subscribers into making comments. YouTube at its finest. Can we stop? Oh my goodness. Our opponent is committed to staying alive. It's kind of impressive and inspiring and also annoying. Just die to the Ugin. It's no shame. There's no shame in failing to the Oogs. -3, exile their blockers, attack with the Solemns, they sacrifice egg, they go to 1, we play other Ugin and win. Or we play around counter magic. And just crawl on them. Well, what's it gonna be? Erebos' intervention. This gains life. It's not an artifact. I can't kill it. Okay. Still dead. Oh man, what's with the sportsmanship today? Disgusting. Absolutely gross. All right, keeps. Tome City against Lurie. We're gonna have to draw answers, but I'm not putting this hand away. You can't make me. So what's the name of the game? Ugin and Ox, which means we need another red source, which, yeah, we have the smashing, but we need to find the Ox. That's goal number 1. Find the Ox. Rogues, 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 as far as the roguing rogue eye can see. There is nothing more rogue in this world than the rogue. You are not the Ox. Let's keep it coming. I'm definitely not ready to cast the Ox, so we're not going to search for it like we did in the previous game right now before the mills. We want to empty out the hand a little bit more. All right, so what we want removal. Okay, deal. Let's get this thing gone while we can. While the opponent's tapped low. Solemn, you can come out later, as much as I want to play you. Scorching Dragonfire card has been one of my favorites since it was printed, but it's been on the rise. I've crowbarred it in all kinds of best of 1 decks. But now you're starting to see it see a lot more play, as exiling stuff is important. Jeeves! Okay, are we gonna Ox now? I guess I really want to, so let's scry. Find me the Ox. Fail. I guess we get a few more looks. Ox. Jeez. Come on, deck. Okay, I don't want to draw it. Don't have me draw the Ox now. It's definitely going to be the Ox, right? My life, guys, my life. That is content. How do I get it into the graveyard? I could just cast the darn thing, but that's not nearly as good. I think I'm supposed to smash. Which is also awkward. Requires me to put this in the graveyard. Still fills the graveyard more. Way to sort it out the worst possible way. Yeah, this break of having to draw the Ox there might just be game, quite frankly. Alright, let's scry it up. Still trying to get the opponent to mill the Ox. They just refuse, man. They refuse. YOLO. YOLO Oxy. You can counter it, but then it's in the graveyard. If they have a Cling to Dust, it's brutal. Yep, 4 cards. Seems good. Seems really good. Something about this game is not going well. How do I describe it? Oh. It's that every possible draw has been the wrong thing. Oh my goodness. What is a gamer to do? It's not over yet, but I have a feeling I'm just going to get milled out. I think the 2 Ugins are gone, an extinction event is gone. There's an extinction event on the bottom, I think. Yep. Find the Ox. I'm glad I saved that from getting milled. Not the worst. It's not good against counter spells. This I promise you. Was that like an NSYNC song? Not the reference you expected today? Well, I'm not sorry. For life, draw another card. It'll be an Ox, guarantee it. Okay. Alright, chill. How about another tome? May I has? Played around Mystical Dispute. The opponent must have another Thought Thief, right? They must have more pressure. There we go. Oh, you have Cling. That's annoying. And enough cards to use it. But it's 4 mana to use it. So if we hit an Ox and they spend their turn clinging it, then maybe I can Ugin? It's possible. I think somehow resolving this Ugin is our best hope. Here comes the Fabled Passage. You know it. Oh, weak. Only a Triome. Pathetic, actually. Oxes? Oxes? Deck, what are you doing? You're doing it all wrong. That was our window. Guaranteed Ox. Come on. Come on. Alright, can't play the Ugin. It will get it'll just die. So we have to draw something else. Ugin will just get countered here. Cool. I guess we can Bonder's Enclave into removal spell. Alright, next turn I'm sure I have to Ugin. There's no more choices. Alright, Heartless Act, and then you're going to cling it. Yep. I could have Bonder's Enclave there. No cling. So are you going to cling now? Or just mill me out? What? There's another Ox in this deck? Shut up. Best hand ever. Brilliant play. Magic. No black source, but when we draw one, this hand is good. So let's draw one. We got this. Easy mode. I don't know if that's the right play, but I want to have Spikefield Hazard available. I don't know what's going on. Bingo. See? Big brain. The only risk now is that I don't have enough land, but there's 30 land in the deck. We can do this. Come on, deck. Now play that elephant. Okay. Opponent on that next level. They're just going to hinge me here, I bet. Which we need a Shredded Sails for immediately. Yep. Magic is hard, guys. What more can I say to you? Magic is hard. The opponents, they just often have the cards that work against you. Uh-huh. Play lots of odd things. Why aren't you turned on? Come on, play something and turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on. Play another thing, turn it on. Do it. All right? In that case, I'll just have to wait for it to get turned on, right? If the opponent plays one more thing, I get to exile the Clothis. Ooh, we got a card toucher. All right, enter tapped. Do it. What a coward. All right, this gives me time to draw back into the game. I do have a feeling they have something and they're holding it back, but they're not tremendously advantaged. They're just kind of advantaged. That's an awkward draw, to say the least. All right. If they're just trying to drain out this Clothis for a minute, I'll be okay. There's only one more card in the graveyard. They don't thin the deck, because they've got cards like Brushfire. Come on, play an odd card. Do it. Do it. That's a land. Interesting. I guess they... Do they know about Extinction Event, or they think they know about Extinction Event? Well, I'm just gonna play this tome. Live my best life. Give me a card. We may cast one more spell this turn. Well, surprise, I don't plan to use it. I'm just shoving it into this Baron. Feet down. Do it. Play another odd thing. Do it. Do it now. Sure. There we go. You must have another adventure card now, right? If you don't have an adventure card, this is a throw. And is this the Summoning Sick one? No, they kept the original. They're big brain. Okay, they're not using the landfall trigger. What are they doing? What is this madness? Primal Might? Embercleave? All of it? Okay. I will draw a card. Epic. Down to 3. This is fine. Guys, it's fine. Everything's fine here. All right, Shredded Sails. Where are you at? 36 to 3. 38 to 3 and climbing. 1 creature in the graveyard. 2 creatures in the graveyard. We have to respond to the activation. If I shoot it now and then shoot it again... All right. Let's do this first. Opponent targets to gain the life. And now, in response, we shoot it again. Sure. I should have let the Bone Crusher resolve, but then it would be in the graveyard for the Ooze to eat anyway, so I shouldn't have let it resolve. That was fine. Alright, can we deal with that thing? We have a big blocker. Is that good enough? I think I'm just going to take this card. Sails. Opponent might just have another henge. That wouldn't surprise me. Let's save this. There could be a Brushfire Elemental someday. But not this day. That would be too quickly and too scary. Draw. Am I going to get out of this? 39 to 3? Doesn't seem like it should happen. I'm using the draws now for specifically because I could hit a land. The Good Book of Brain Tome, man. What a card. Alright. Bone Crusher goes face. Bone Crusher comes down. This is gonna get scary because there might be an Embercleave. Fabled Passage. I think I just take the draw. I'm not on empty. All right, so I can go to 3 and have Hazard and Giant to kill this. And we can let the opponent go for an Embercleave first. But they might get a reduced cost Henge, but if they had a Henge, they would have played it. We can also power up Barons, block, and then still have this play, which I think is best. And see if the opponent wants to attack the Baron. Like, do they have the guts to come up against the 8/8? No. Okay, then in that case, we can take some time and draw. You know that they hate to see that. There's a Dragonfire. I really want to hold off on using the removal spell on this until I can gain the life. I just don't want to be that low, because targeting this takes us to 3. If the opponent is just slow rolling double Bone Crusher or they randomly have Shock in their deck, we die. Gotta be prepared for weird stuff in Arena. Edgy. Fun. So they've been slow rolling Innkeeper, that makes sense. And we can respond here. But they get a card out of the deal. We just don't let them chain adventures. How we use our removal down the stretch here is going to be key. We can still block with a Baron and kill this. Opponent passes. Let's draw some cards. This could go down to 3. They could double Bone Crush in theory. Nope. All right. Do I want to charge this more, or do I use the Bone Crusher on the 1/1? I think we Bone Crush the 1/1 and just keep their attacks from being good with the Lovestruck Beast. Just try to hold on for Ugin. Ugin will show up eventually. Alright, played land. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think we say go. We don't need the 4/3 on the table. We can use up our tomes. We can block with a 10/10. For life. Nice. The good book, baby. Does anything work harder than Tome? Okay with taking that 2 damage now. Keep charging Barons. Eventually, man. Eventually, that creature is going to attack. Solemn. Alright, so we've got a few more lands left in the deck. Let's make sure we grab them before they just get drawn into our hand. So many basics pulled out. And we'll use the Enclave to draw the extra card this turn. Instead of playing the Tome, get everything you can out of every card. Just wearing it out. Just wearing them out. We also want to have mana up to play to activate the Crawling Barons if the opponent attacks, since they could have Embercleave. Everybody in front. Squad. You are not cleaving your way through me. More Dragonfire. Eh? What you got? That works? What a gamer. That's epic. Alright. Alright, we drew the last basic in our deck. I just want to note that. I want it on the record, okay? I want all of my bad beats on the record. Got anything good? Malakut Awakening. That's not bad. Let's put that basic back in the deck, shall we? Along with 2 of the Oxen. Now I have this to go fetch it. That's funny. We could get the Bone Crusher on the field, but I think we just pick this off. Say go. This is prepared for a Brushfire Elemental. Oh man, do I like bad non-blue control decks. I love playing bad control games. I'm not saying, it sounds like I'm saying the deck is bad. It's just bad as strictly a control deck, but I love playing it that way, so I decide to play it that way. Commonly misunderstood, but let's face it, this is not the way you would usually build your control deck. Let's be real. I don't think there's anything. Yep, none. The answer is none. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and still draw another card, so it's fine. Ox can wait until we've spent our resources, then we'll start playing Ox and bringing it back. We haven't needed it because we have Enclave, we have Tome, we've had all this other stuff to do with mana. You gonna rob me? Opponent wants to rob me. What's the best thing they could take? Ugin? Let's not do that. I'm just not going to play that game with them. Not gonna risk it. Alright, they're casting the beast. I think they were trying to wait for an innkeeper, but odds are getting pretty low and they're falling behind. It would have happened. The robber would have stolen Ugin, guys. That would have happened. That would have happened. Wow. Just wow. Have you had enough pain? Man, these oxes move in herds. And they do move in herds. All that life, it's just not going to help you. There's the Barons. That's what we were waiting for. I guess I'll save this. It's fine. We don't need another Ox. Yeah, there's the Cleave. Ember Sword located. I never would have guessed they had Cleave. I'm being sarcastic. Love the main deck Klothys though. That's a call. You know, that's a good card. Wait, I have 8 cards in my deck? That's how long it took to find a Ugin? Alright, don't Thieves Guild enforce me out of nowhere. I mean, we could ultimate and lose. That is an optional play. That is a play we could make right here.
Consider this a warning.
I'm trying to decide how all in to go on this Barrens. The opponent could play Brushfire Elemental, put a cleave on it. Like, calculating all the things they could do is a little daunting. So we're just not going to. We're going to be chill. Attacking the opponent for 10, and then another 3. We'll get the job done next turn. We don't need to. We don't need to do it like this. We have Barrens that we can just mega power up to block something. And between that and 4 life from Tome, I don't think they can beat me. It would take a miracle. There you go. There you go. One, two, three, four, QQ. 14. So targeting with the Spike Field Hazard, the opponent is just going to sacrifice Passage in response. We could make them have another basic, but I'm sure they do. How long do you think they've been trying to set up this kind of... This is a throwback for you, Artarka Red Ninja Kill. You don't get to number 34 Mythic without pulling off some nonsense. Especially in Best of 1. Okay. I mean, are you getting excited? I'm getting excited. Not activating in case they have a Scorching Dragonfire, which I think they do. And now we can. Well... All right, I have done everything I can. I've done everything I can. Does the opponent still have a way to beat me? I don't think so. But they did have a 16er out of nowhere if I had done some nonsense like not leave the mana up for the Barrens, and that's game. A lesson to you all, don't underestimate Gruul adventures. Sometimes my slow, way too careful play actually works out. And we are back for the post-game wrap-up, and this deck is fun. The only problems I had with it were incredibly odd draws, which Arena just lends itself to. When you play 4 Ugins, sometimes you're going to draw all of them. When you play 3 Ironcrag Feet, sometimes you're going to draw all of them with nothing to do with them. The Ox is sweet. You should run more Crawling Barrens. Bonder's Enclave isn't great. Crawling Barrens is pretty great, actually, in this deck. It's incredibly hard to beat. 4 is the right number, so use wild cards if you want to. I know I'm going to get to 4 of them just by opening the rest of the packs I get from the Mastery Pass and the weekly reward. So that's why I'm not crafting them, but you should have 4 Crawling Barrens. So if you stayed till the end, that's the big tip. And the other card I would consider is a card called Soul Seer, which can reach out and kill Lovestruck Beast and things with 5 loyalty like Vivian's. Can't kill an Ashiok, but Soul Seer does have some targets in the meta and is probably worth considering for a sideboard or main deck slot, as sometimes things are just too big for the deck to take out. You could also run more Shredded Sails. It's rarely dead. Against rogues, it kills the Thought Thief, which is huge. And against adventurers, you kill their Embercleave, you kill their Henge, and you just cycle it if you're against other things. So I'm into the sails. It can also blow up Tome in the mirror, so you might want more of that too. What you would take out, Valakut Awakening was actually pretty good, so probably not that. Solemn was okay, and Extinction Event is okay. Both of these I would consider trimmable depending on your meta and what you It sounds weird to say, but what you prefer losing to. I'm also going to throw this out there. I don't even know if you need Ironcrag Feet in the deck. Maybe you can run one of it, because when you draw multiples, that's one of the only times the deck gets really bad. If you draw multiple Ironcrag Feet and you don't have an Awakening, or you don't have time to cast it, and you don't have anything to do with the mana, it looks really, really bad. So maybe this should be a one of, so that you never draw multiples, but still have the occasional games with turn 5 Ugin. And then you can run more Shredded Sails and not fall behind to Embercleaves, Henges, and such. Anyway, I think the deck is sweet, and you should go play it. If you're into Big Red, this is probably the best Big Red deck we've really had in a while. So go get it. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe for the march to 100,000 subscribers, and please go follow me on Twitch. Guys, there's no point in the recorded content in asking me what day I'm going to end up wearing this costume, because I don't even know what day this costume is going to arrive. The best way to know how things are going with me in the Twitch universe, which is where I play most of my tournaments and do meta talk and do silly fundraisers and do showdowns, the best way to know what I'm doing on Twitch is to follow me on Twitch and consider joining the Discord. The Discord has about 4,000 fans. If you ask them, I'm sure somebody there can tell you, well, like, if I already did this thing and when. But you can also just go to Twitch and look at the VODs. The VODs are free right now. You just click videos next to my name. That'll give you the quick tutorial on that. Bow, 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 bow. Nope, not that. Brain fart. There it is. Go to this. You'll see this. Hit the follow button so that you know when I go live. But if you hit videos, these are my most recent broadcasts. In the title, what's kind of going on. So like this is the full LFM Streamer Showdown. This is the ZNR Champs Qualifier. This is the ZNR Champs Qualifier Day 2. I'm getting a lot of comments of like, when is this happening? I'm telling you straightforward, I'm not uploading all this stuff to YouTube. It's way too much. It would be overwhelming. It would clog the feed. People would unsub. If you really want to know what's going on, follow on Twitch and check there. It's going to be okay. The Zoomers aren't going to kill you for checking out Twitch. I promise. It's not that bad of a site. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.